بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We welcome today Dr. Muhammad Ajur to give his presentation about how to deliver a successful presentation. Dr. Muhammad Ajur has done his high school at Romney College, Cardiff, UK. He received his Bachelor of Engineering and PhD from the University of Leicester, UK. He worked as research scientist at Alcatel Submarine Networks to develop insulation material to reduce the size, enhance the performance, and increase the reliability of power inverters and converters used at Alcatel Submarine Networks. From 2004 to 2011, he was affiliated to Philadelphia University at Jordan, and then from 2011 until now, he is a faculty member at the EC department of King Abdulaziz University. He is a certified energy manager from the Association of Energy Engineering USA. He is teaching energy efficiency. He is entrepreneur and he teach entrepreneurship. Okay, I'll let the time to give his talk.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abdullah. I don't need this, I have one. Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Abdullah. It's certainly a great pleasure for me to be here today amongst you to try to share knowledge and to try to enhance the quality of education and research and the quality of the way we present our work, whether it's orally or verbally. And I'm really proud to be here, to be staff member of this university, who I belong to, who I am proud of, who I enjoy coming here every day, and I really enjoy working in this place. Okay, let's start by today. What I'm going to talk to you today about how you deliver a successful presentation. All right? Presentation is something which we always come across at a stage in our life. In fact, we come across it every day. Every day you have to present yourself for a customer, for a client, for a boss, for a person, whatever. The idea of a presentation is with us all the time. But today I'm going to talk in generally about communication skills in general, and then in particular I will go about the presentation, whether it's scientific, mainly scientific because we are scientists. Okay, let me start with the conclusion. Usually we start with a talk, blah, 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 then we have a conclusion. I want to start with the conclusion. What is the conclusion? To communicate successfully, you need to grasp your audience attention and deliver a message efficiently and effectively. That's the conclusion. The presentation here today is how. How we're going to deliver our presentation, our message, distortion-free, blah, 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 blah. Okay? It's crucially important for us to grasp the attention of the people, okay, we're talking to, and it's really important to deliver our message. All right? Extremely important. Okay, to do that, please wake up. Please, since you are here, I want your attention. If I don't manage to grasp your attention, this means I failed. Right? I failed to do what I am asking you to do. So, don't preach what you can do. I would love you to give me your attention. Please. Okay? I can assure you that my presentation today, there is no science, no equation, no differential equation, nothing difficult. Everything is simple. Right? Okay? So, I would love to have your attention. How? Now, let's start to outline communication, criteria for communication, some rules, some tips, some personal things you do for yourself, and conclusion. I started with the conclusion, so I will not say the conclusion again. Questions. Why are we here today? All the time you ask yourself why. Why I'm here today? You are here today because you want to improve your career. You want to improve your skills. You want what? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The question I want to ask you, communication skills, is it a gift? Is it a talent? Or is it a skill you can learn? Skill? Who says it's a skill? How many people think it's a skill you can learn? How many people think it's a talent? How many people think it's both? you can believe whatever you like to believe. If you believe it's a talent and 100% talent, it's a problem. It means that our presence today here is useless because you're not going to change your talent. But if you believe it's a skill and a talent, this means you can tune what you have and you can rectify what you have and you can get the best result out of it to deliver the best presentation. Okay. This is general. Everything in the world is communication. The world is communication. The universe is communication. Biology is communication. Chemistry is everything is communication. Absolutely everything is communication. In fact, this slide I can talk about it for 6 months, just in this particular slide. But the message from this slide is that everything around you is communication. There is nothing that's not communication. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Even energy itself is communication. Okay? This is a subject which I don't want to talk about. Okay? Let's just get to the beef or to really what we want out of this presentation today. There are some simple rules for good scientific communication. Most of the same rules apply to writing as well as speaking for the public. Okay? Rules, the rules I'm going to talk about are not Quran. Okay? You might hear something from me today you might hear something from me today that you disagree about. You might hear something that you agree about it up to a certain degree, whatever, because these things are not exact science. There is no exact science in this issue. And whatever works with you in delivering your message efficiently and effectively must be the right thing. Right? Okay, but there are general rules which we're going to discuss and talk about today. Okay, the most important thing, you must be natural. Be yourself. The most important thing in life is to be you. You are you. You are not me. You are not somebody else. Just be you. So be you with working hard on yourself. The most important asset you have is you. Okay, and be natural. It's very important. Okay. Communication criteria. Communication in general, okay, has some certain criteria. First of all is fidelity. What is fidelity? Fidelity in Arabic, diqqa. Distortion-free message, minimum misunderstanding. It will be beautiful if we have zero misunderstanding, but you will never have a zero misunderstanding. To have a zero misunderstanding, your brain must be my brain, and that will never happen. There is always distortion in the message, up to a certain degree, but thanks God, this distortion will be minimum, not to affect the general meaning which we're trying to, or the message which we're trying to, okay? Economy. Minimum energy. Minimum time spent on the same thing. Minimum symbols and cues. Cues يعني إيماءات. For those of you ما يعرف كلمة cues, إيماءات. Okay? Fidelity, economy. Economy, not just money. Economy is also time and energy and symbols and blah, blah, blah. Influence. Influence, you need to influence the people you're talking to. If you're not, what's the point? What's the point of having fidelity and economy and the guy is somewhere else, not listening to you? Okay? Achieve result you intend to achieve. Influence. Okay? Congruence. Congruence is about body language with verbal. So, integrate verbal and non-verbal cues to avoid miscommunication. Body language. Be consistent with your body language. Don't make your body saying one thing and verbally you're saying something else. You have to have them in line. This is something you, many times in your office, somebody come to you, he start talking to you about something, then when he leaves, you say, bloody, he's not telling the truth. Something wrong. No, you need to be able to align both and not to have contradiction or discrepancy rather between your verbal and non-verbal communication. Relationship building. At the end of the day, we all need to make relationship, whether it's personal or business or selling or I need my degree or I need a job or whatever. At the end of the day, after all the communication, we need to build relationship. Why we need to build a relationship? This is life. الحياة مصالح. أنا إلي مصلحة عندك، أنت إلك مصلحة عندي. This is life. Extremely important. What's the best way? Effective and efficient communication for this. Okay. Very, very, very important to know your audience. Okay? Their interests, their needs, their background. Are they there to be informed? Are they there to be entertained? Both. What are they here? Who are they? You need to understand who you're talking to. Very, very important. Motivate your audience and stimulate their curiosity. Okay? Motivate your audience. Stimulate your curiosity. Make them motivation. Make them interested in what you're going to deliver, what you're going to say. Make them interested in بالهرجة, whatever it is. Right? It's very important. Very, very, very important. Okay? Define your objective of the talk. You are doing this talk. What for? You want to put the objective in your head and you want to achieve it. Everything must have objective and must be there to be achieved. Okay. Start simple. Okay? Start simple. We don't want to start complicated. For example, you start your PhD defense thesis with a complicated mathematical equation, okay, that nobody understands and probably not you even yourself understand. Okay? Yes, I know that start simple is relative, depends who you're talking to. If you are talking to a group of scientists, you start different from you talking to a group of students. You start different from you talking to a general group. You know, like we say, this is connected to your audience. You have to know your audience first, and then you have to decide at what level you need to start. Right? Very important. Assume that they know little or nothing and build up from there. It's very important. You need to build it up. Don't give them, start with something they don't know, and even if you say after that something that they know, message is lost. They know this, they must know A, they must know B, they must know C, and so on. Give a brief overview. What does that mean? Tell them what are you going to tell them. Then tell them what you are going to tell them. Then tell them what you have told them. Introduction, content, summary. Very important. يعني Dr. Kumar last time he delivered a beautiful presentation about how to write a research article. He told you it has to be a story. This is really the most important message as far as I'm concerned from Dr. Kumar message presentation and from my presentation. We have to have a story. Harja. Okay? If you have a story, if you can deliver a story that people can follow it up, opposite 1, opposite 2, opposite 3, but don't give them opposite 13, then go back to opposite 1, then go to 30. مسلسل تركي ما حد راح يحضره، ما حد راح يفهمه. Okay? Make your مسلسل interesting or make it opposite 1, opposite 2, opposite 3, a story. This is where the story, harja, it's the key. Are you telling me a story? Most of the time, when we listen to our beloved student giving their presentation, east, west, north, south, middle, okay, even though the student is intelligent and he's done a beautiful work and he knows what he's doing, but he's not presenting it right for me to understand what he's done. It's crucially important. Okay, tell a story. Very important. Avoid terminology. What's the point now if I want to pretend in front of you that I'm intelligent and I know these fancy English words that they are complicated, that you don't know, and then you hear me saying them and you say, oh Allah, you're beautiful in English, but I didn't understand what he said. What's the point? What's the point? There are people, they use words nobody knows. Terminology nobody knows. You know, it's very, very important. Use common language. Because at the end of the day, you want people to understand. Don't think that use common language has contradiction with us as scientists by delivering complicated things. We can deliver complicated issues with simple language. Because we need harja. Like if you want to talk about the Laplace transform, you say, oh, Laplace transform time differential equation into algebraic differential equation, which make it easier to solve. Right? Say that. And then go to Laplace table and to the Laplace complicated equation blah blah blah. I need to know the هرجة first بعدين دخلني على mathematics. مش mathematics من غير هرجة. طب بعمل mathematics what for? What's the use for it? Why am I doing it? الهرجة هي الكي. Einstein said, and I agree with him, if you can't explain something simple enough, it means you don't understand it well. Please turn off your phones, because I think I am more interesting than your social media for 20 minutes. Please, okay? What I'm telling you today, you probably know it, you probably don't know it, but it doesn't matter knowing it, we need to apply it. We need to start applying it. I can assure you, in my life, the presentation, I have been to thousands of presentations, at all levels, from undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD students, business people, scientists, top class scientists. I can assure you that 90% of the presentation that I have seen, that I have attended, that I have witnessed, fail for me in my evaluation. Okay? It's not an easy job. It is not an easy job. If you think delivering your work is easy, you are mistaken. Because you worked for years. You know it in your head. When you're speaking to yourself, you know it. But you don't know that the person you're talking to doesn't know it. So when you speak to your head. You think, oh, it's easy, I understand. You think if you understand it, he understands it. No. Okay, use short, simple words and sentences. I remember when I was doing my PhD, my supervisor told me a sentence I will never forget. He said to me, the best sentence ever said in the English language is, the cat sat on the mat. The cat sat on the mat. جلست القطة على الحصيرة. No two people, no ambiguity, no two people can say that it means different thing. Always, by the way, when you read something, it's open for interpretation. Don't make what you say or what you write open for interpretation. Make it precise, make it concise, make it accurate, fidelity, economy, congruency, blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. The cat, please remember this. The cat sat on the mat. This is the most important or the best sentence in the English language. Short, simple, تفي بالغرض. Mission accomplished. Extremely important. What you listen to people sometimes talking, or you read an article and what's going on? Long-winded sentences. By the time you finish the sentence, you forgot what you read at the beginning of it. Or somebody tell you a sentence, if you want to follow him, it takes 2 minutes. One sentence. Okay? So avoid terminology, use common language, use short, simple words. You have every right to disagree with me, by the way. Like I said, what I'm going to say to you today, it's some certain issues that scientists and people in this area have agreed upon. You don't want to agree with it, you want to agree with some of it, fine. Disagree with it, fine. You have a better way to deliver your message, fine. But convince me. Use examples, always. Very important. It makes things easier for the brain, you know. Use analogies with familiar. القرآن جاء بكثير من الأنالوجي عشان الناس تفهم. Okay? Make the relevance of your material clear by connecting it to everyday life, if you can. If your work is related to life, and you can make the connection between what you're actually doing theoretically and what's there out there, it's beautiful. Okay? Cite references. Please don't forget references. Very important. Organize and structure your presentation. The average attention time is about 7 minutes. This is a fact. When you have your students for an hour and a half for a class, they can't follow you the hour and a half. When you have a presentation for 30 minutes, they can't follow you people for 30 minutes. You have to keep throwing water. Shall I throw water in you? To keep waking them up, to keep their attention with you. Extremely important. Iyad, yes? Are you awake? Wake up, it's a beautiful morning. Right? It's extremely important, okay, to stimulate your audience, to motivate them, to make them with you. You don't want to lose them. If I lose you now, it's my fault, not your fault. Because I can assure you, if I'm creating interest, I will not lose you. If I don't create interest, like Dr. Lutfi now, he sleep, okay? If I'm not creating interest, wake up Dr. Lutfi. If I'm not creating interest, it's my fault, not yours. هذا بحكي انت اللي بتزهق وبتنام وانا اللي it's me. Who is the leader of this now? It's me. If I'm doing a good job, you will be with me. If I'm not doing a good job, I will lose you.
Does that mean every 7 minutes I have to change the topic?
Sorry?
I need to change the topic every 7 minutes?
I'm coming to this actually. No, I'm coming to this. No. You need to deliver your stuff, your presentation, what you're talking, in an interesting way to change. You don't change the topic, but you change the mode, you change the way you're doing it. All right? You move around in the room, which we're coming into that now. We're coming into it. You don't change topic. No, of course not. You're delivering your topic, you're delivering your thesis. But you don't do it in monotone. You don't do it in a boring way. Okay? We all have friends. Some of your friends, you love being around them. They love being around you. Why? They're interesting. Some of your friends, telephone ارمي. Well, you know that very well. Right? Because they keep repeating the same story, the same tone, blah, 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 blah. No. Change and modify and إلى آخره. Make clear how each part leads to the next. 1, 2, we mentioned that. We don't want gaps in the story. We're telling a story, it has to be a complete story. Perfect. You can monitor the audience, the interest, the understanding of your audience by looking at them. Like, I need to start looking at you, doctor, yes? Please, with me, please stay with me. I need to start looking at you to know that you are with me. Yes? Yes? I need to know that you are with me. Okay? How? I need feedback from you. I need to look at you like that. I want to, yeah, see when you smile, this is beautiful. This means you are with me. Okay? But when you sleep, no. It's my fault. By the way, if you sleep, it's my fault, not yours. Okay? So, please, okay? Feedback. Feedback is not just with Dr. Khalid Munawar in the control. No. Feedback here. Okay? Quick feedback, come on. No times. Straight away. I look at you. I find you bored. I have to change what I'm doing. I have to change what I am standing here, I move here. Make something to make you with me. Okay? Yes?
Some students go to bed very late.
Some student?
Go to bed very late. They come very late.
Look, believe me. Our student, let me tell you something. Anna personally, I have been teaching in many different parts of the world. All right? Our Saudi students are absolutely great. They are intelligent. They are extremely kind. They are very well behaved. For me, they are super students. The problem is our problem, not just ours as a university. I don't mean it as a university, but as an education system as a whole. From the moment the child is created, born, school, another school, university. We kill the innovation of the students, right? We the people who, look, let me tell you this statement. Education cannot be neutral. Either we teach our students to be free or we teach them to be slaves, right? And I rather we all be free, okay? And when I say free, free within our religion and the law of our land. This doesn't mean free, so I go and hit Iyad, for example. That's not freedom. All right? Okay. Anyway, by the way, your question is extremely important, and we need really to address that because we need to stimulate the curiosity of our students. Okay? If my students here, they know, and I don't take حضور وغياب, but my students, they attend. Why? Why? Because I talk to them about all sorts of other issues, not just 250. And they know, they are here, they know. Okay. Good picture, use pictures, use video, use animation, but only if they are clear. Okay? Bad picture is bad. Okay? Yani, use video in your presentation, no problem. Don't make it long. The people are not coming to watch video, they can use it in if a short video to support your thing, but don't make a long video because the people they're coming to see you, not the video. Use large print, which can be easily seen. Very, 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 very important. أحيانا you come to the presentation, you can't see. You don't see it. Okay.
Where is it, Doctor? The photo, picture,
You don't use it.
Sorry, I don't. Excuse me. For me, Dr. Lotfi, in this kind of topic, I will not use a video. Because why? Because many reasons. Reason number one, I'm here to deliver the message for you. I don't want somebody else from the United States of America to come on the video and start talking to you with things that I can do better than him. Why should I? But sometimes you need some technical drawing, some technical issue which you can't do yourself. All right? But as far as I'm concerned, in this presentation, I don't need photos, I don't need videos. That's for sure, guaranteed. And if I need video, you tell me later. Okay? I'm sure I don't. Keep time, rehearse, hard work. Ya Jama'ah, difference between people is hard work, not intelligence. We are all intelligent. But do we apply it or not? I'm going to say a statement and I hope it won't be taken against me. I lived in many parts of the world. And I found the people who live in our part of the world are extremely intelligent. Whether it's Saudi Arabia or Jordan or Egypt or anywhere, we are intelligent nations. We are very intelligent nation. We have resources, but we're not working with them right. But this is not our issue today. Hard work is the key. You can use notes or index cards if necessary. Okay? Don't just read your slides. All right? Some people say, no. That's their presentation. Oh, no. Oh, like that. No. العظمة إنك use your visual aid as aid. They call it aid. شو معنى aid؟ مساعد. أنت main person. Right. Personal appearances. By the way, I'm not going to bore you with so much details. Today I'm just giving general guidelines. Dress to convey professionalism. Very important. لا تروح لي على don't go to your PhD thesis defense and God knows what. No. Convey professionalism, whether it's for your thesis or for your job or anywhere. Maintain a good posture. Be proud. Be proud of yourself. Posture. Do we understand what posture mean? يعني خلك منتصب كده هيك مكيف على حالك. Okay? Like me. I love me. What can I do? Okay, anyway. Maintain good. Keep body movement natural. Keep body be you. Remember first message? Be natural, be you. Okay. Through body language and facial expression, let your audience know that you're really keen and interested in what you're doing. Okay? Don't make your audience believe and know and in fact certain that you really don't like what you're talking about, you're not interested, you're just doing it because it's a job, you're just doing it because you have to, blah, 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 blah. No. Show them that you are interested. Be passionate. The word passion. Have passion in it. What do you have passion for? Okay? I have passion for life. All right. Be pleasant. Even when you're delivering a seminar of complex mathematics material, you can still smile. Okay? انت ما انت جاي تجيب الكآبة على الناس. انت جاي تقضي مصلحة إلك وإلهم. وانت تكون مبسوط وهم يكونوا مبسوطين. This is the key. This is what it is. Right? Yes? As much as you can, of course. You could be in sale. You want to make a sale. Okay? You could be in sale, for example. You could be an engineer in sale. You're delivering a presentation about your product. You want to sell at the end of the day. All right? Voice. Make sure that people all around the room can hear you. Okay? Extremely important. The voice gives you so much information. So much passion. Okay? Use a microphone where necessary and possible. Okay? Vary the pitch of your voice. Avoid speaking in monotone. Is this sentence clear? Monotone? يعني لا تتكلم one frequency. هذا بنيم على فكرة. Scientifically, when you hear a monotone, that sends you to sleep. You know, if you want to sleep, put a monotone, something monotone, you sleep. Try to maintain a steady pace in your speech. Avoid speeding up at the end of each sentence. This is a common habit actually with people. At the end of the sentence, they speed it up. Please, make me hear what you're saying. Make me understand what you're saying. I am here to understand you. I am here. You are responsible. You as giving the talk, you are responsible for me. If I understand, message delivered, you are successful. Otherwise, you are not successful. Okay? Simple as that. It's as simple as that. Okay? Connecting with the audience, speak to the audience, not to your visual aid. Speak to the audience. I bet each one of you that I have, or I had, or I will be having eye contact with you at least 50 times in this. In 1 minute, I look at all of you and you look at all of me. Only if you're comfortable. Some people are not comfortable with eye contact, particularly if there are maybe females in the audience. But if you are comfortable with eye contact, please establish eye contact. Eye contact is yours. If I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, fine. At least I can say you are with me. But if I look at you and you're not with me, akid you're not with me. All right? So it's important. One thing very important. People, like for me today, for example, I could have came a bit late and I said, oh, wallah, the dean asked me for a meeting, or the chairman asked me to prepare a document to be sent immediately, blah, blah. No. Your audience are not coming to hear apologies from you. They're coming for the beef. Right? Okay? Yes? Understand? No apologies. You are a professional, you want to do your job right. Or don't say, I was late in the train, I was late in the plane, my car, blah. No, 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 no. You are delivering a presentation for people who are waiting for you on time. You need to be there. You need to deliver. You need to deliver. Nafi. Right? Okay. Try to look at different parts of the room as you speak. No. No. Be there. Be part of the game. Establish eye contact. I already mentioned that. Positive attitude and be pleasant. أنا ما بعرف شو في براسك ولا بدي أعرف شو في براسك. I'm not interested. أنا interested to deliver the message for you. أنت ممكن تكون I could be now somebody now from Mars and delivering a presentation to people from Earth. And they're going to be racist against me and they're going to have things in there. I don't care. You have in your head whatever you want. My message I deliver to you, and then it's up to you to judge it subjectively or objectively. I'm not interested. I'm not going to make what I think that you're thinking affect what I'm going to say. Do you understand this message? Yes? Yes? Like for example, if I go to my class to deliver a lecture or whatever, and then I know that one of the students doesn't like me for a reason or another, shall that make me change my attitude in the class? Definitely not. I know he doesn't like me, but so what? So what? I don't care. I don't care for a good reason, yes. All right. Put any distraction. Oh, this is important. Sometimes when you deliver a presentation, you might have 50 people, 60 people, 20 people. There is always one there who doesn't like you. Because you're probably coming to take his job, as he thinks. Or probably you are from a different region from the country. Or because you're wearing a black suit and he likes you to wear a white suit. Or because whatever, okay? If somebody starts giving you this distraction, be kind, be calm, be patient, and speak to him with good intention and say to him, okay, later on we can carry on our discussion, and I think you have an extremely valid point. You are an extremely intelligent man. Let's move on, and later on we will sort this problem out. Because somebody that might want to distract you. You know? Could be. يعني أنت you could be delivering your PhD thesis وفي واحد somebody came بينك وبينه reason whatever, yeah? You need to take it easy. Okay. Consider moving around the room. We've done that. Establish proximity. Okay. I've been doing this all the time. Now I'm also saying it. Okay. Visual aids. Make sure. This is one of the biggest problems our students have. We arrive the room, me and Dr. Abdullah Balamash, to examine our students. We sit half an hour before they are ready to present. It happened also with some PhD people. صح? Remember? Okay? Make sure that the fonts are large, clear enough to be read from any part. Avoid putting a huge amount of material on one slide or visual. سبقت على نفسي هنا. Okay? A good rule of thumb for a formal presentation is about 1 minute per slide. Could be 2 minutes per slide. There is no rule. يعني it depends on your work. Okay? But this is a very important message. It's called visual aid, not visual distraction. Make sure that what's aiding you is helping you. If there is too much information, or if there is complicated mathematics, or if there is graphs that need reading, complicated graphs, the slide is useless. The slide is useless. What's the point of it? You look at it. Can you grasp and understand what's in it in half a minute? If it's that, it's fine. If it's not that, it's not fine. Make sure that your slides precise, concise, easy to read, easy to understand. Very important. Don't put too much information in your slides. You know, some people, they copy the whole introduction and put it in slide 1. Summary slide 1, introduction slide 2. يعني, you're going to actually read. No. Make it bullet to make it clear. Okay. Again, always speak to the people, to the audience, not to your visual aid. Preview your visual before presentation. Try to create visual that are easy to see. حكيناها, blah blah blah. Don't go to sleep. Yeah, okay. So يعني make your presentation interesting so people don't go to sleep. All right. Provide copies of the text, figures you use as a visual aid, either as a handout or on the web page. Like this presentation now, we're going to provide it on the YouTube, right? Yes. Okay. When you deliver your presentation, you could bring a copy with it, hard copy, or a soft copy of some kind. You can have even a presentation with more relevant work of yours for people, because people are really interested. They want to have a look at it again and maybe discuss with you, maybe have common interest, maybe have a research with you, maybe give you a job, whatever. They need to know more. Provide a copy. Okay, good. Where are we? To calm yourself before and during presentation, minimize caffeine. That is if it bothers you. But if it doesn't bother you, no problem. Okay? Strike up a friendly conversation with a few people in the audience before you start your... When you go to an audience that you are strange to the place, try to make yourself familiar with the place, arrive early, and try to make yourself familiar with the people there. Because when you have a friendly conversation with one or two, they will help you. It will make you feel calm. It will make you feel relaxed. You will not be as nervous, you know. Somebody might say something to you and it will make you feel good, which is important. Okay. But this is, again, this is personal. Some people might be interested in this. Some people might be not interested in that. Begin with a personal friendly statement that allow you to smile and encourage the audience to smile back at you. Extremely important. You want the audience, make them smile. Right? If you make somebody smile, be certain that he will do the thing for you. Use jokes only if you are good at telling them. Use jokes only if you are good at telling them. Because when you tell the joke, people are yours. When you make the people laugh, they are yours. Take a deep breath. Okay? Most of the time, the way we breathe is wrong. Because we don't have enough oxygen going to our brain. I have oxygen, I have energy. Okay? Drink water. Water is life. It makes you full of energy. It makes you happy. It makes you want to do things. You try it. You try what difference breathing and water. Please. This is probably the most important thing. Never mind just a presentation. It's good for everything else in life. We need water. وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حياة. Oxygen. You can't live without it 40 seconds. Come early and be ready. Come early and be ready. We mentioned that. To keep track of the material you want to cover, use visual aids as your outline. You can use, okay, this is not important. Memorize your outline, but not your exact word. I don't like this word, even memorize. The word memorize, I don't like it. But I'm using it just because we're familiar with it. Never memorize your presentation word by word, because you'll be stuck. Because the moment you forget a word, you will be stuck. Outline what you're going to talk about. Trust me, if I do this presentation again now, straight after this one, I say the same presentation again. If you make statistics about what I said in this presentation and in what I would say in the next supposedly identical presentation, it will be no more than 70%, because you'll always say things, okay, not exact word, just outline. Question? Be patient for questions. Okay? Usually people are shy to ask. Give them chance. Listen. You know, one thing extremely important. Listening is always more important than speaking. Yes, it doesn't apply to us here because you are going to speak. But it does apply to you when you start taking questions from people. When somebody is asking a question, don't talk over him. Listen to him. Repeat what he says so that everybody can understand. Answer what you can. What you can't answer, ask that you could discuss it later, whatever. Don't show إنك أبو العريف, because it will not work. Okay? Listening is the key. Okay? End with a conclusion. And you can see that I have started with the conclusion. If you look, you can end with the conclusion, but for me, I started with the conclusion. Why? Because I started with the conclusion because I like to get people interested. That's our conclusion. How are we going to get there?
You promise you will not come back.
Huh?
You promise that you will not come
I
back.
have promised, yes, but I want to say that I contradicted my message, that you end up with a conclusion, not necessary. Okay, I actually have finished, but now I'm going to repeat the question again. You think communication skills, talent or skill? Okay, communication. Right. Yes. Fine. You are correct. Absolutely. You are better than me. You are absolutely correct. Communication in general. Is it skill? Both. Has anybody came into this audience today and thought it was a talent and changed his mind, and now he believes it's a skill? Has anybody came into here today believing that communication is a talent, and after listening to me he changed his mind and he believes it's a skill? Anybody has done that? That will measure my success. If I didn't succeed to do that, this means I failed. Who understand what I'm talking about? Okay? Huh? All right. Actually, I have finished. You'll be glad to know that I have finished. I don't have anything else except anybody has a question. If somebody has a question, I'm happy to answer.
I can start, Doctor.
Yeah?
I can start. One question.
You have a question?
Yeah, I have
Please
a question. You mentioned that the memorization is not a good thing.
No, definitely.
But you know, with the people non-English speaker, like I was in Australia, everywhere, Chinese or other people who have very bad English, they have actually to write the whole English and memorize. But because if they don't memorize, they can't utter a single word. And I even see here also, students have to because their English is weak. So this is just one comment. And the other one is about...
Let me answer this, please, because
Okay.
look, what I'm saying here, like I mentioned a very important statement. What I mentioned, what I talked about, it's not a Quran. You can modify and change according to the situation. But from my experience, people who memorize their presentation word by word, they don't do a good job. It might be the best that they can do, fine. Fine. If it's the best that they can do, it's fine. Because it's a presentation that you have to do, and this is the best you can do. But we are talking about excellence. We are the center of excellence. We're talking about excellence. Excellence is no memorization. Only outlines what I'm going to talk about, and this will help you just to remember the thing. You know, what's your other point, please?
The other point is about, you said that the moving and moving your hand, moving, looking into eyes, this is called extrovert. Some people, they are introvert. They will not move too much, but still they are very impressive. For example, I give you an example. In about 3-4 years ago, there was a suit against Microsoft. And people said they have a lot of monopoly, so Microsoft should be broken away. So Microsoft has two people. One, Steve, the head, what is the name of his?
Steve Jobs?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates?
And the other was Steve Ballmer.
Okay.
The Ballmer is always jumping and excited like you. And the other guy was very just sitting and moving his hand. So people said, send Steve Ballmer. If you send the other guy, you will lose the case in the Supreme Court. But they sent the other guy, and he won. So
what's that? يعني, I don't understand your point.
So the point is, what I'm saying is that what you are saying here, that moving around, looking around, may not be always right.
Look,
some people can be introvert just sitting over there, but still they can deliver.
Look. In what we're discussing today, there is no exact science like Ohm's law or KVL or KCL or Maxwell equation. We opinions here, brother. That's opinions. Let's just ask this question. If you listen to 100 presentation, forget about one person or two, and that 100 presentation, hundreds of presentation where somebody delivering it with what I'm saying, you know, and 100 other presentation like that. What is that probability? What's the percentage? What is the percentage of the presentation that will be more successful? You know, at the end of the day, it's what you do. If it works with these people, fine. If, like, for example, if I know, coming to this presentation today, if I know that I'm coming to deliver a presentation to people who their culture hate the black color, I will not wear black. If I know that I'm coming to deliver a presentation for people who really, if you speak to them face to face, they don't like it. If you deliver your presentation while you're doing this, I will do this, because that's what they want, right? So at the end of the day, you want to deliver what you expect people want, and you want the message to get there distortion-free, misunderstanding. So you need to know your audience, and you need to deliver for them, right? Okay? That's what I think.
I have a question. First of all, let me thank you for giving a very demonstrative kind of presentation. That itself is a good presentation. Thank you very much. But now I am asking about an effective presentation and an efficient presentation. What's the difference between them?
Okay, all right. Interesting question. Thank you, Kumar. Look, that's very interesting. That's very interesting question. Actually, this is yours. Actually, we have to go back to know the concept, the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency is to do things right. Effectiveness is to do the right thing.
Did not understand.
Do you understand?
No.
You're supposed to be a professor. Okay? How many understand me? You understand me? Good. You are the professor. Okay. Efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right thing. Effectiveness is with result.
Yes.
Efficiency with performance.
Very good.
Right?
Yes.
Effectiveness is with result. Efficiency is with performance. Do I need to elaborate further? Shall I give an example? Or,
you have to be effective first, then
you have to be both.
efficient.
You have to be
I know,
both.
but you have to do the right things first,
Yes.
and do them
Together, instantly, at the same time. You know, I mean, at the same time. Actually, this is a very important concept in management. All management, all leadership, all about efficiency and effectiveness. You know? Okay? Effectiveness is the goal, result. Efficiency, when you're doing it right, output. Efficiency is output over input, using minimum cost, using minimum. For example, if I go back to the criteria, here, I can say that fidelity is to do with efficiency, economy is to do with efficiency, influence is in between, congruence is to do with efficiency, but relationship building is to do with effectiveness. So effectiveness is influence and relationship building. The other three are, so efficiency and, كم واحد فاهم علي efficiency and effectiveness?
Thank you very much.
No worries, because this is a very important concept. Please, please look it up today. Okay, efficiency and effectiveness are extremely important concept in management and engineering. Like you have the effective value, it's called RMS. We don't say this is the efficient value. It's different. Okay? Please do.
First of all, I really enjoyed your presentation.
Welcome.
And your message is very important. But my question, how can I enhance and support my communications with the weakness point I have? From your experience,
Excellent question. Excellent question.
Materials and
Excellent.
effective.
Excellent question. Number one, by wanting that you want to improve. This is the most important thing. Not talking about it. If I ask the audience now, how many of you wants to be a millionaire? All of them will raise their hand. All of them want to be millionaires. Okay, what have you done about it to become a millionaire? Nothing. We just dream about it, right? So if you want to decide to be a good communicator, number one, you have to believe that you want to change, and you have after that to do the following. Number one, follow what I said, the tips and the rules and what I said up to what you can. Number two, go and attend presentations from other people. You know, go to, whether it's live presentation or a presentation through the net, through the YouTube, see what other people are doing. And when you see what other people are doing, you take clues from them and you learn. Okay. Reason number three, point number three, which is related to point number one, is you have to beat yourself. There is only one person in this world that you have to beat, is yourself. Once you beat yourself, you can do whatever you like. Okay, I'm not being here over optimistic, no. But within your means and talent. For example, you can beat yourself and do a very good job, but after that you can't be the best presenter. That's different. Because we agreed at the beginning that it's a talent plus it's a skill. Okay, so you need to keep moving, to keep searching. How can I improve this? How, you consult, come, for example, when you do your presentation, hopefully, inshallah, for your thesis in two years' time, you can say, Wallah, I remember that Dr. Ajur gave us a good presentation 2 years ago. I am doing this presentation according to what I understood from his presentation. Let me go and consult him for 10 minutes, bring my presentation to Dr. Ajur, please, can you give me 10 minutes just to have a look at my presentation and give me an advice? Right, so please.
Maybe last question because of the time,
Do you
please.
think, Dr. Ajur, that the good dressing is make your presentation successful?
طبعا, it's all a package. Not successful, it will not make it successful, but it will be part of its success. The whole thing in life is a package, brother. You know, everything is a package. You know, we always have impression of people. When you know me, for example, you, my friend, if I deliver this presentation to you today in a suit or a thobe or a short or with nothing, you will not care because you know me. But when you deliver it to people that don't know you, they make an idea about you, about your dress. It's really important to dress to convey professionalism. As far as I'm concerned, this is very important. Maybe I'm not good at it. As you can see, I have a belly, and it's not easy for me to, you know, but I'm trying.
You are very
You
cute.
know? I look good. Thank you. You are the most important professor.
Very cute.
خلينا ناخذ آخر في آخر.
How can I control my movement, my body language, without losing myself,
Without?
losing myself, my nature?
No, you don't lose your nature. This is a very important point.
Yeah.
And to make your movement natural. If you don't move naturally, don't move. يعني إذا أنت exercise yourself and train yourself to make movement and to be natural. If your movement is not natural, don't do it. Simple as that.
But I would like just to make one comment is that it is a talent polished by skills.
Agree.
This is the,
I agree.
the point.
I agree.
And, you know, like for example, the body language. This is something that you
a
can
talent.
be trained on.
Yeah.
But the voice, for example, it's,
You can't train everything. You can train.
okay. Thank you very much for thank you, Dr. Abdul, for
Most
this
welcome.
very interesting seminar, and thank you.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
Dr. Ajur has given a good presentation to give about how to give an effective presentation, and in fact I'm happy that he demonstrated how to give an effective and efficient presentation, and it is very important, as he has mentioned, to give a presentation for all of us at various platforms, and his presentation will be very, very useful for each one of us. Thank you, Dr. Ajur, for this particular presentation. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Khalid Al Harbi from Electrical and Computer Engineering. First, I would like to thank Dr. Ajur. He always, mashallah, give us good information from his experience, especially today about presentation skills. I learned so much, although I did a lot, so many presentation here in Saudi or outside in Europe. But wallahi, really, I learned a lot of things, how to get the audience engaged and interested and following the presenter. Thank you again. For sure, I will watch this video again and again, inshallah. Shukran.